Hello and welcome. Heartiest congratulations on successfully completing the 4 modules for the course Introduction to Data Analytics. I'm sure you have been immensely enriched with the fundamentals that myself and my team have been trying to imbibe in you as future data analysts of your country, of the world. And if we are successful, bouquets for us. If you are not successful, of course that possibility can be ruled out, but I think we need to again revisit all the 3 modules together and then the 4th module, and I'm sure success is all yours. So once again, on behalf of my team, heartiest congratulations for a successful completion of the 4 modules. So the major takeaways for this module is we have learned what prescriptive analytics is all about through definition and through a lot of use cases. We also learned in brief about big data and its role in analytics. We also touched upon the cutting edge knowledge of automated artificial intelligence, ML guided projects, and we have actually taken the opportunity to use this platform to give you an exposure into an area where big data would be taking you through. Now, as it is conventionally called, the prescriptive analytics is popularly known as the final frontier of analytic capabilities, because this is where we use mathematical, computational sciences, and we suggest decision alternatives which you can take between choice A and choice B. But ultimately that would guide you how to make the best optimal solution for the problem that is currently under your perusal. In this module also we have touched upon briefly the effect of pandemic, and to quote Professor Thomas Davenport, who is a professor at Babson College at Wellesley, Massachusetts, and also a fellow at the MIT Initiative on Digital Economy, he says that if the past is no longer a guide to the future, we are going to have a tough time doing any sort of predictive analytics. And that exactly spells what we are experiencing during this pandemic. So probably, I think this is the time when we are reflecting on what we have done so far and reflecting what the future holds for us. So in most cases you would see worldwide, companies are actually taking time to pause and to assess what kind of analytical techniques are still relevant and can be applied safely during the pandemic and as an aftermath of strategizing for companies after the pandemic. And there are several other trends which also follows, including how this pandemic has taught us that we need to adopt not only internal data but also external data. And in most cases, I think on a lighter vein, data scientists are actually turning themselves into part-time amateur epidemiologists. They are trying to figure out when the virus would probably go away, get lost into the oblivion, and when again normalcy would return. So in a kind of sense, they are trying to become digital soothsayers or fortune tellers. So companies, I think at this point of time, should not run into or jump into kind of conclusion of throwing away the outlying data, because I think as a passionate purveyor in the field of data analytics, during the pandemic and after the pandemic, I can assure you the field of data analytics is going to be stirring and epoch making, and you would find your job as a data analyst far more critical than probably those who had graduated as a data analyst in the pre-pandemic era. And you would see the firms are reverting back right now as a short-term measure, of course not as a long-term measure, as a short-term measure, they are reverting back to the age-old, tested, tried, descriptive analytics. They are pausing everything for a while right now, because we have gravitated you in the course of our journey from descriptive to prescriptive, and that is where I think the future lies. But for the time being, as forecasting demand is difficult during normal times, it is getting more difficult, of course, during the pandemic, and this unpredictability has been quite challenging. But executives today are looking at simple solutions because that is what is going to build for the future, and then they are pausing for this time because this is a good time to actually look at the present and the recent past, which is quickly available, and then reflect upon what kind of new technologies, what kind of new solutions you can bring for your clients in terms of their requirement for data analytics. So as a final thought, your likelihood of strengthening your data analytics program in this recession will actually be guided by the fact that whether your clients are seeing a rise in their profitability or there is an enhanced return on marketing investment, on data analytics investment as a result of the analytics intervention and analytics guided decision making. So if that is what is on a more positive note, I am sure not only as a career but as a field of passion and a field of interest, data analytics is going to grow exponentially. And let me assure you, till date, I can assure you, data analytics has remained a good bet for all left-brained people, for all analytical people, and it will definitely continue to be a good bet for any people who is interested to make an exciting career in the field of data sciences, computational intelligence, logics, mathematics, analysis. Even things get tough, I am sure the demand for analytics is going to grow in leaps and bounds in the years to come. And even in these trying times, I think disruptive times, I still think analytics is stable, data science is still stable, and probably their demand is on the rise. So thank you so much for being with us for all these 4 modules. I'm sure you had a wonderful learning experience, and on behalf of my team, I once again congratulate you all for successfully completing all the 4 modules, and I look forward to welcome you and declare you as the future data scientists of tomorrow. So this is Ranjan Chaudhary on behalf of my team, wishing you all the very best and good luck, and see you soon somewhere in this planet we lovingly call Earth.